MWC is all about screens. From the tiny screens inside the latest smart glasses to massive TVs that just steal the show. Like, cutting-edge displays are everywhere. And at TCL CSOT, they make some of the best ones. We've known TCL CSOT as a display innovation powerhouse, but MWC 2026, the manufacturer has outdone itself with new technology across the board. So I went and visited TCL CSOT's booth here at MWC 2026. I spoke to their reps and I got to have a real good look at some of the newest innovations that they have coming our way. The coolest part of the whole booth though was one of TCL CSOT's newest launches, and that is Super Pixel. This new display tech aims to meet 3 goals. So high clarity, smart power use, and rapid refresh. We asked Ming Zhongxiao, Chief of the Technology Planning Center at TCL CSOT, about the breakthroughs behind the new Super Pixel displays.
The Super Pixel can achieve the 3 major benefits. One is the high clarity. Compared to the conventional WQHD, we have a 1.8% higher in the quantity of the subpixel number. So that means we have more content in subpixel. We still have a low power consumption. Compared to the conventional one, we can up to the 25% power saving in SOC. Moreover, we have a rapid growth in refresh rate because we know if you have a higher resolution, it requires more bandwidth. So the bandwidth is limited. So we do a lot of new design to reduce the usage of bandwidth, keep the same image quality. So we can improve the refresh rate up to a 40% increase than conventional one.
We're used to dealing with hype about future products, but Super Pixel is in flagship devices that you can go and pick up right now. The headline specs are impressive. Ultra high resolution of 1200 by 2608 pixels, resulting in a 420 ppi pixel density. Adaptive brightness goes from 1 to 2000 nits, and the bezels are less than a millimeter thick on all sides. This is the world's first Super Pixel high clarity mobile display at 6.9 inches. We've already seen this display in action as well on phones that you can go out and buy now, and we saw it in action on the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max, and I've got to say, it looks extremely sharp in real life.
TCL CSOT is an exclusive supplier for the Xiaomi Flagship, Xiaomi 17th Max Pro. So consumer can buy the real Flagship from the market. They can experience the real Super Pixel product.
And TCL CSOT has also achieved breakthroughs when it comes to other components of an amazing display, and that is power and refresh rate.
Super Pixel is not just an engineering technology, it's also a philosophy, how to define next generation display. So we think iPad and the Super Pixel will define a new benchmark, new standard for the future of display technology.
TCL CSOT's displays are part of their APEX framework of innovation. APEX stands for Amazing Display Experience, protective of eye health, eco-friendly to build and use, and X Unlimited Imaginative Potential. And TCL CSOT was showing 4 new panels that are all about that APEX philosophy. The world's brightest OLED mobile display at 6.9 inches, which achieves a record-breaking peak brightness of 15,000 nits with minimal chromatic shift. Then there's the world's first natural lighted certified OLED mobile display. For this, TCL CSOT all but suppressed screen glare while maintaining image quality. This alleviates that visual fatigue, and what it does is it gives you a more comfortable and healthier viewing experience. Also debuting at MWC is the world's lowest power consumption OLED mobile display, which integrates a tandem light emitting structure with a polarizer-less process, which is PLP technology, achieving a 45% reduction in panel power consumption. And finally, this is the X factor. TCL CSOT has launched the world's smallest silicon-based micro LED display, measuring at just 0.05 inches, making it ideal for those compact AR glasses. Let's talk about the next-gen displays coming from TCL CSOT, and they are inkjet-printed OLED displays. This is something that the company's been developing for over a decade, and essentially a way to make OLED screens both better and more affordable. This is achieved through eliminating some complex manufacturing processes, and inkjet printing also improves the RGB pixel arrangement, and that just means you get better clarity and color accuracy. The technology improves luminous efficiency and lowers overall power consumption. TCL CSOT started the production production on the world's first 8.6 generation IJP OLED production line last year, and this is a big step towards commercialization. Something else I saw at MWC was an ultra slim rigid inkjet printed OLED display that is just 0.77 millimeters, and it weighs less than 77 grams. And in other words, it's 50% lighter than conventional displays, and maybe you'll see this display in your next ultralight notebook. And as you already know, I love folding displays, and I got to see a new one from TCL CSOT here, which was a tri-folding display. This display goes from the size of a 16-inch laptop screen to an ultra-wide 28-inch panel. It also supports seamless transitions between horizontal, vertical, and folded modes, along with multi-angle hovering. Like, this is very cool. And finally, the Real Stripe RGB inkjet printed OLED. This mobile display delivered superior clarity and resolution that exceeds the current flagships. At 5.65 inches, this screen delivers a visually equivalent diamond-like pixel arrangement of 490 ppi. And that is a lot of what I saw at TCL CSOT's booth here at MWC 2026. And I've got to say, some of the innovations that TCL CSOT are doing are very, very impressive.